Hey, what's going on? Currently, I am in Jackson, Mississippi. It is 64 degrees, pretty nice out. And I'm on my way to South Carolina. I got a load of trailers to drop in South Carolina, so it's been an interesting run. It took me a while to get loaded. I had to wait 6 hours for my trailer to get loaded in Texas. So that was kind of frustrating, but it's been cool. Just waiting on this guy to come check my truck. He's when I got stuck in the mud the other day, they pulled me out and my tire's been vibrating, so he's gonna come check it out, make sure there's nothing crazy, no safety issue. But yeah, it's been an interesting trip. I'm glad I'm down south because it's so warm. I was in roll those windows up. It's kind of noisy. I was up in Canada and then up north for a long time, so I'm really excited to be down south. I'm supposed to go home at the end of February, so after this I'll probably get a load, like probably headed towards Seattle. But yeah, it's been pretty cool. I can't complain. This video is kind of random. Most of my videos are real random. I don't have a lot of followers and a lot of content yet. A lot of guys that have been doing this a while, they get people that request topics or they have questions, but I'm kind of new to this, so bear with me until the video content gets better. Right now I'm going to talk about lot lizards. Kind of random. I'm one of those guys that for a long time was like, nah, there's no lot lizards. They don't exist. But I hadn't really driven a lot cross country. So a couple weeks ago, I'm with my buddy in Missouri, East St. Louis. And it's like pretty much the Missouri border and the Illinois border, or state line, not border, but state line. And he's like, hey, I had just gotten out of the shop. I was in Fenton in the shop, and it was Friday, so I wasn't gonna get a load till Monday. So my buddy was like, hey, I'm in Fenton, roll through. And I was like, all right, cool. So we went out to dinner, and the next day I'm sitting we were there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The next day I'm sitting in my truck, and this lady just drives up to me and starts talking to me. Apparently, if you leave your chicken lights or your clearance lights on, that's the signal to them. So I'm on the phone with my friend. We're talking on the phone, and she comes up to me, and my windows are up, so I can't hear her, but she yells something through her window of the car. I roll down my window. I still can't hear her, but then I roll my window up, and I guess she got the point. So she takes off driving through the lot, and I saw her van like a couple more times that day and then the next day. But yeah, basically they're just looking for lonely truckers that'll pay them for their services. But so if you can avoid it and you're at a major truck stop, down south is the only place I've ever seen it. And a lot of guys leave their lights on. Why do you leave your lights on? That's a good question, audience. We do this for a number of reasons. The main reason we leave our lights on, the chicken lights, the red clearance lights, is visibility. We don't want someone to come and hit us in the middle of the night. And drivers will come in like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. They're really, really tired. They're ready to shut down. And they might not be paying attention. They might not see. You can't see as well. Just naturally, you can't see as well when it's dark. So, like if I'm in a spot where I'm way far back from the main parking area where people loop around, I'll leave them off. Like today, I'm fine. I'm not worried about getting hit. If I'm like the farthest truck out, I'll hit my lights. But if I'm protected by the trucks, because typically the trailers are 53 feet long and the tractors are like 10, 15. So typically we're about 80 feet long. So if I'm more than that, I will leave my lights on if I'm like sticking way out, because I can't help it. With a step deck, I stick a little further because the mud flaps are lower and we can't back up over the curb. With a regular trailer, you're higher up, so you have about at least 5 feet overhanging, so you could be backed up over the grass. But with these step decks, you're actually your trailer, your ass end is closer to the curb, so that puts your front end further out towards the traffic. So, but the basic rule of driving is don't back up. You have to either back into a parking spot or back out of a parking spot. Most of the parking spots are designed, they want the trucks to back into the parking spot. This is so that when we go to leave, we can clearly see trucks coming, and when we pull out, it's much easier to back into most spots than it is to back out of them, because you're trying to see behind you as trucks come around the corner and all this other stuff. So typically, if you're a new driver especially, practice back into spots. Find an easiest spot, back into it. Then little by little, choose the more challenging spots. But you will have to back up. There's no two ways about it. Unless you find a pull-through spot. Most truck stops are designed like a U, so the trucks are all parked around the building. Some of them, they're pull-through spots. So if you get lucky, you can pull through the spot, and when you go to leave, pull straight out of it. I always look for those. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll show you what's going on today. Let me flip the camera. Okay, there's the maintenance shed. Just beyond that is the fuel island, and then the McDonald's and the showers and the truck stop. Over here you've got trucks lined up all the way around, and then like where I am, and then all the way around over there, and that's the end of truck parking. So there's probably about 90 spots here, 50 spots, 60 spots. And then there's like 10, I think, reserved spots up front. So kind of a small truck stop. The area is big. They just don't have as many parking spots, and that's probably because right across the highway is a Petro, and Petro usually has 300 some spots. So Petro usually got more spots. So that's what's going on right now. Just waiting on this guy to come take a look at my tire and make sure there's no problem driving it. Not much happening right now. As always, if you have any questions, if you want to drive and you're thinking about flatbedding, give me a call. My number's in the link in my description, actually. Come check out Melton. I mean, call a recruiter at least. It's a good place to be. If you don't want to drive flatbed, I know some other companies do. So hit me up with any questions anytime. I'm a driver's driver. I'm here to help you. I don't get paid. I'm not a recruiter. I'm not a road recruiter. I'm just kind of a brand new driver. I've been here 3 months. I'm not brand new. I'm brand new to Melton, but like 3 months, 4 months. But I'm not a new driver. I've been driving a year and a half, so I've been driving for a little bit. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And as always, thanks for watching.